Alright people, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when I upload the next video and you'll be supporting my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Every time I upload a new video, I'll be tweeting. Ladies and gents, welcome to YouTube Reacts, and this is a Fireside Chat with JonTron. Updates, funny stories, and YouTube. The channel JonTron Show. Okay, I don't know what this topic's about. I guess he's just gonna randomly talk about things. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe so I know which type of videos to react to more. Check out the reaction today. There's a link in the description. Check out the cards, check out the link cards, and yeah, let's watch it.
Before we start the video, I'd just like to thank today's sponsor, Swagbucks. Swagbucks allows you to make money and earn cash and gift cards by taking surveys, watching videos, and playing video games. If you sign up using my custom link below, you'll earn $5 just for signing up. I always get my coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, so I'm going to put my $5 towards a Dunkin' Donuts gift card. But if you prefer something else, you can put yours towards a gift card from Amazon or many other retail stores and websites. Sign up today by clicking my custom link on my pinned comment down there and let me know what you put your free $5 towards.
And now, a Fireside Chat with John.
Hello there, everyone. It's been a long time since we've had a little heart-to-heart or a skull-to-skull, as it were. There's no replacement for sparkling boxed wine. All right, so anyways, I just wanted to make this video. It's a little more casual, just addressing some questions that you've had. And also, I just want to tell you guys a couple funny stories and give my opinion on a couple things that have been going on. Oh, and I just want to say before we start, that one thing you guys do, what is it? It's the comment that you guys do about my upload frequency. Like, is he doing all right? Oh my God, he's uploading again. I gotta tell you, like, I would be making actually like 2 to 3 times more uploads if I wasn't just freaking rolling on the floor, seized up, because of how funny it is that you guys post that on every single video, every single post I make, that you post that. It's time to stop, guys. It's time. Where's Filthy Frank when we need him? It's time to stop. He's got a clock. I don't have a clock on me. We'll put it in digital. It's time to stop. Credit to Filthy Frank. And just to address my channel.
All the big channels, so this JonTron, Historian, whoever, they're always passive aggressively getting frustrated. Like, shut the fuck up about the main, uploading main videos. Internet students talk about main channel. He talks about any video, I guess, John.
And how things have been going, because you guys have been saying, why doesn't he do this? Why doesn't he do that? What's he doing? So basically, since last August, I started up this new studio, and I've been trying to do just more. I wouldn't say experimental, but we're just trying to challenge ourselves, push ourselves each time, try to make stuff that's new and fresh and funny, and take it take in directions that you may not have expected. It takes time and a decent budget to make some of the stuff we make here. So we're doing it actually quite quickly, I think, for what we've been given. But we really like making these videos for you. For the people saying, like, where are the video game videos that I used to make and stuff. It's not that I would never make video game videos again. It's just that I'm trying to follow, like, what I think is funny, what I think, will be relevant and people will enjoy. And I don't think just going back just because I used to do something is something that I should do. I may make another video game video in the future. I don't know, but it's got to feel right, and I'll know it when I see it. So we are listening, and we want to make what you want to see, while also, making what we want to make, and also trying to challenge ourselves, up our game, get better at what we do, and progress. So hopefully that answered the questions you have on that.
Yeah, okay. First of all, I realize that every time he makes a video, it doesn't matter how smooth and simple it seems, it's way too complex. Every single video of his, and I've said this many times in many reactions, he just does 5 seconds joke and he puts way too much effort into it. All the setup, stage, right? All the costumes and shit and God knows what. So yeah, John's videos does take time and money. So, of course he's uploading, and he's uploading fine. I mean, in this year, he uploaded many videos, right? Definitely more than Internet Historian with his main channel. So, obviously all these creators, Internet Historian, JonTron, takes way too much time making these multiple people. I like how they're always passive aggressive, like, shut up about the, all the videos that we are uploading.
If you had them at all. Here's some stuff that I just wanted to address.
Yeah, the game thing, yeah, I'm glad that he's not doing game thing, right? So yeah, I'm glad that he's not doing game things, because there are many channels like Seth and different channels that do covers game things. John's reviews are their own, I know, but it's more funny when John, I guess, tackles real world things, right? Somebody did something, some TV show, something, some old thing like Goosebumps or whatever, talking about Goop and things like that, talking about Soulja Boy console. He's just fucking awesome when he does that.
Was just, of course. So the Notre Dame Cathedral one, where I uploaded the Hunchback part, the thing is, because of my sponsors, I had a date that I had to upload it, and as I was uploading it, I went to Twitter and was like, oh, Notre Dame is... No!
At that time...
I was like, this gothic-ass building has been standing in France for 1,000 years, but it's gotta come down today when I'm uploading a Notre Dame joke, of which how many of them are there out there?
Seriously.
Some great memes came out of that. Can we just I'm gonna look up the JonTron Notre Dame memes, because I honestly, at first I was sweating a little bit. I've got a hunch that this may be inappropriate today when you fuck up at work. Hey, comedy plus tragedy equals time, Wait. That's not how it goes. Tragedy plus comedy equals time. Time plus comedy. I don't know, you fucking know what I mean. Now, another stroke of luck was O.J. Simpson. At one point, we actually did plan to release the workout on a VHS or a DVD and sell it, but we just didn't do it. We just put it in the video like that. But also, it was supposed to be a real workout tape at a certain point. I was actually vlogging at a certain point. Maybe I'll release it one day.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, no! Don't hurt it! Wait. Jesus, hang on, it's gonna fly. No, hang on. We got it.
Oh my God. It really was a squirrel in here. And the O.J. Simpson bit we found a year ago, but nobody was talking about O.J. then. He might have even still been in jail from the Las Vegas thing. Then 2 weeks before we're set to release this thing, O.J. comes back to Twitter. And just like the Notre Dame thing, we're like, are you serious? So we had to work it in. Oh, just so you know, one of my major social media channels that I'm using now is...
Yeah. I mean, he did that as a, old vintage type of review that he does. I mean, talking about old, some fitness videos from the 80s or 90s type of thing. He did it like that because obviously wasn't some OJ hot time at that time that he made a video. No, he was tackling some old things. Obviously, no one was talking about OJ at the time. But it's ridiculous, especially with the Notre Dame thing. Really? He uploaded and then Notre Dame caught on fire? What are the chances? That's just fucked up.
Is my Instagram, and I hadn't used it for a long time, but I picked up I think December of 2018 I started to really use it. I only had 90,000 followers, and I had 2 pictures on it, but I've been using it very frequently. So if you want to go follow me there, it's instagram.com/JonTron show. If you want to see some of my recent stories.
Hey guys, I'm making a pizza at 4:50 a.m. It's gonna be one of those DiGiorno's. Does that make me relatable or sad?
I forgot to put the time. I don't know how long has it been in there. It's gonna be a burned pizza.
Yeah, I bet you feel like you've been under a rock this whole time now after seeing that, huh? So if you want to follow me there, it's instagram.com/JonTron show. Those links will be in the description. Just wanted to shout that out. I wanted to give my opinion on the whole CPM and demonetization state of YouTube. Now, I don't usually talk about this, mainly because I've always had, I'm not saying other people should have this mindset, but I've always kind of had the mindset of I'll work around it. I understand some people can't work around it, and it's very unfair to those people, but I do see people nowadays blurring words out of their videos and not saying certain things, not cursing. And I thought it was just kind of superstition. But then I realized when I did look at the terms, in fact, I think I can find them here, in its advertiser-friendly content guidelines, the main topics that are not advertiser-friendly: inappropriate language, violence, adult content, harmful or dangerous acts, hateful content, incendiary and demeaning, recreational drugs and drug-related content, tobacco-related content, don't smoke kids, firearms-related content, controversial issues and sensitive events.
Alright, first one, incendiary. You can't really put that as a demeaning, sure, incendiary, come on. But yeah, all this, I'm gonna look at this. I mean, I'm pretty sure John has people that edit things and upload, and they probably knew, right? Because I highly doubt that none of his people, you know, paid attention to this. Because how can you have 6 million subscriber, upload videos like these gigantic videos that gets 4-5 million views in less than a week, and you know you don't check for these things? YouTube would strike you down like that. So I'm pretty sure people checked it. Or maybe all this, you know, I'm pretty sure YouTube got stronger in past few years. Maybe it got after 2019 with the, you know, what words you can use and not. Maybe it wasn't that strong before. So this is a new thing when this video came out. But yeah.
This is basically everything. What is violence? Snuff videos? Yeah, okay, take those down. But what if a man punches another man in the face and your freaking neural network picks up a fist hitting a face? It's going to demonetize the video. That's basically how it works. It just has this vague thing, and then like
yeah, but that's not the only thing. I'm sure that thing implies to real world situation, like actual fights and things, not from some movie scene or TV scene or some act, right? But algorithm doesn't always pick up whether this is real or an act, right? If you saw a comedy clip or something, right? If you, I made a reaction to a long ago reaction to Netflix's, you know, I guess Dave Chappelle's comedy bit, and it gave me a community guideline for hateful speech because I used a video where Dave Chappelle is saying something, right? I mean, it doesn't even pick that up like this is a stand-up video that I'm using. No, and reviewers basically doesn't check anything. I recently got a strike for some video about try not to laugh thing. I checked the video, there wasn't much to it, right? I don't know which part they thought was sexually X or whatever, even though there are millions of different reaction videos on it, and the original video is still on YouTube. My reaction video apparently had, you know, issues with, you know, pornographic images or whatever that was, even though there was nothing there. I asked them to review 3 times, and all the times they're like, oh yeah, there is a problem there, we can't take down the strike. So they will not realize that they made a mistake. Once you get something, it'll be extremely hard to take it down, right? They will not admit that they made a mistake.
Like for instance, look, for inappropriate language, profanity in title or thumbnail image, okay, fine, like I get that. Strong profanity used repeatedly in a hateful or derogatory way. How does it even know this? It's an automated system, and I think there is like a human review element to it. But still, if you're a YouTuber trying to make uploads every day, and it just flags you can't make your money in the first 24 hours, which is the most important part for most YouTubers. That's where they get most of their views. And then it's like, okay, if a human reviews it after that time and says, okay, this is fine, they'll have lost all that money, and there's no way to get it back.
It's not just about everyday guys too. Even with the John probably uploads a video in 24 hours, he gets about 1.5 to 2 million, almost as 50% of views, right? His recent video got about 1.5 to 2 million views in about 24 hours. So he would lose half of his revenue from YouTube. I get it, he has, Patreon and sponsors, but still, half of YouTube money of his is gone.
Strong profanity used during the beginning part of the video. I mean, this is literally random nonsense. The beginning part of the video? Don't say fuck a lot in the beginning, but backload that thing with F-bombs and you're fine. Advertiser friendly. Strong profanity used multiple times throughout the video, even if bleeped. Even if bleeped! How does it know this stuff?
Yeah, seriously.
Even if bleeped, or for comedy, documentary, news, or educational purposes.
This thing does not make any sense. If you bleep it, how do you know what I said? How do you know if it's a curse word or not? You're just gonna assume? How does that work? I mean, you can put that in actual, code, law, or whatever, because now you're just winging it at this point, right? You bleeped, so it must have been a curse word, so strike him down. No ads. I mean, I can make bleep sounds all I want. Fuck it, I'll call it a music, right? You can't know if I cursed or not on that bleeping thing. If YouTube hears 10 or 15 bleep in a video, will realize that's cursing and just take down the ads or something. That's weird.
So everything can be limited if they feel like it. And it's completely random. It's happened to me randomly, and then I've re-uploaded the video with like a different set of things, and it's not limited. Violence. Blood, guts, gore, sexual fluids. Okay, I'll let you slide on sexual fluids. We don't need any of those. Human or animal waste. So you're telling me if my budgie poops on a video? Limited state. Crime scene or accident photos. Like that's the one. Okay, fine. I understand. I always understood this to mean kind of like don't upload snuff videos, don't upload gore. You're not going to get that monetized. Fair enough. But the one that really gets me, the controversial issues and sensitive events. It says content that features or focuses on sensitive topics or events that is generally not suitable for ads. This policy applies even if the content is purely commentary or contains no graphic imagery. Okay. What? So you can't speak on current events? That is a...
Alright, first of all, the first thing about the gore and violence and whatever that was, like accident or photos. I mean, that's the first ballot, I guess, guidelines, right? Probably YouTube started and that was the guidelines, because that is the top of the thing. You can't upload on this. That's completely understandable, right? But this thing that you can't even comment about some certain events, how can you, understand that certain images from the wars, accidents and whatever is too terrifying for lots of people to watch, and it could have psychological scars. So you can't put something like that. It's not just about ads. I'm pretty sure YouTube will block your video, right? And give you a strike or something. But, not talk about, how is talking about it is an issue, right? How can somebody get scarred if I talk about some world events or something?
Essentially censorship. You can say, you can upload on another platform. Like I've said, I consider YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the public soapbox. This is where people go to listen to things. This is where people go to find out things. You can't just say, oh, it's just a private company. It says here, even if it's purely commentary, even if someone says, here's a current event, here's how I feel about it. Let's say they were an anti-war, it says war. You can't talk about war. What if we went to war and somebody just wanted to say, well, I dissent to this. I don't want to go to war. I don't think it's in the country's best interest to go to war. Channels who have a lot of outreach may not want to give their opinion on this. And that's to me, it's essentially, it's a type of soft censorship. I think this needs to be amended, looked over, taken to frickin' the Supreme Court. I don't know. I hate this. I think this should be changed. It's like, yeah, for this whole video, talking about this, is that going to put this in limited state? That's the thing, and this is the big thing about it. It seems to strike at random. Sometimes it seems targeted. Sometimes it seems like they blacklist whole channels. Like that channel talks about stuff that we don't like. Blacklist it. And I don't think they're doing it for any nefarious reasons. I really think it's like advertiser pressure. And every time that one of these companies caves to advertiser pressure, they're doing a double-edged sword to themselves and free speech at the same time. And when I say free speech, I mean it in the realist sense of the term. Just if you're discouraging people to talk about certain things, you're going to stifle discourse. You just will. The problem with YouTube is they're very vague and unfair to their creators, in my opinion. I understand they're a big corporation who've got more people to worry about, shareholders and whatever than us, but it's just it's such an unfair and draconian system, because they tell you, like, if you do this, you might get demonetized.
All right. First of all, YouTube need to see after shareholders, obviously. But there is no shareholder without creators, right? These are the real people who make videos. So they have to have a system that they actually look for creators like John, basically. So yeah, this whole thing is like, first of all, social media platforms, right? Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. If people would argue that YouTube is not like those platforms. YouTube is more like Netflix, but it's not, right? I mean, I get it, there is YouTube Premium nowadays, but that's not the, I guess, default thing, where most of people watch videos on YouTube and their ad that might get played, right? That's how it works. That's how Facebook and everything. Facebook has ads and everything too. So Facebook, I mean, there are many things on Facebook that Facebook is also trying to, get strong on what you can post or not, but not nowhere near at this level, right? What YouTube is doing. So Facebook advertisement companies are fine with the Facebook, but they have problems with the YouTube. If they even come close to anything that might be a problematic issue, that kind of feels weird. But understand that this is kind of like, middle ground between Netflix and Facebook, YouTube. It's in a weird place, right? That's understandable. But I think YouTube has some kind of a tool for major, I guess, creators, like anybody who has 1 million or more than subscribers. I mean, how many can there be? Right, I'm pretty sure YouTube has more staff than there are people with more than 1 million subscribers, right? So anybody who has more than 1 million subscribers, that should be a tool or something that if you upload a video, somebody can manually review it like it would happen in any Netflix shows or anybody, right? A Netflix creator basically creates a show, give that to Netflix people, they check it for everything, and then they, I guess, put it on their Netflix, right? That's how TV shows work. So there should be a process like that, like somebody actually manually reviews the video and then they'll let you post it like 6 or 8 hours after, right? You have to post a video 6-8 hours before you want to launch it, something like that. I understand that you will think that there is already a system like that. If you post it, there's an issue, you can manually review it, but that's not a process, right? If they find there is something, an issue, even if you have not posted the video yet, it's just on YouTube, they will still give you a strike for something that you didn't follow. They want you basically to make sure that no violation happened, even though violations are kind of vague. I mean, how are you supposed to know any of them? But they want you basically to make sure you didn't do anything, right? And if you post it and if they find there's something, violates that, even if you didn't post the video, they will basically give you a strike even on your private video, right? So there should be a process where somebody manually reviews it, and if there's a problem, they tell you here's a problem. At this point, this is a problem. You need to rectify it and then post it, right? There should be a tool like that. YouTube can at least do that to major creators like this. So it's more like a Netflix or type of thing. There's a review process. And I'm sure there are not many creators, right? I get it, YouTube is way too big now. There are many people with more than 1 million subscribers. But how many can there be, right? YouTube can't do that for everyone, but at least more than 1 million subscriber channels, they could do it for them.
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Like the whole internet thing was like a remix culture where people would take things and put them together and make something new out of them. And I understand that that's not 100% legal. There's like fair use, gray areas and stuff. But they don't even like demonetize. They don't even give them like part of the video. They give them all of it for like an accidental 5-second clip. Sometimes something you have the rights to, legitimately, like you've bought the rights to it, the company still claims it. And then
I think recently they changed that, right? Not to all of them, but some place where they can be changed with certain type of songs or something. If YouTube system detects certain type of song, they will tell you that you're sharing the revenue with the people who has that song. Now, how much you're sharing doesn't matter, but I don't know the details about that. But there is a system like that now, I think.
You can choose to fight it, but if you fight it and you lose, you get a strike against your channel, so it's better just not to fight it. That's how corrupt this system is. Even when you're in the right, you can prove it, it's better not to try to prove it. Thanks, YouTube. This is an example. For the buying dumb things online video, we learned our lesson on this, okay? I'm like, we're not gonna use clips of anyone's anything. I have a guy who we contact and he makes music for us so that we don't run into these problems. So we had him do the instrumental backing track on the You Are Not a Gnome video. He did the accompaniment. So we didn't just take a karaoke track. We had it from the ground up, made custom. And then I sang the words over it. And I thought that parody of songs was covered under fair use, like as long as it's transformative. And I didn't use the words exactly. I didn't say, you are not alone. It was, you are not a gnome. I mean, it was a parody, but the system fucking flagged You Are Not a Gnome as a cover, so I was that good. They thought I was MJ. And I thought the Michael Jackson estate would be getting my money, but no, I looked at it and it was one Robert Kelly. And I was like, who's Robert Kelly? He might just be somebody who owns the karaoke track or something. And I put it in Google there, and that was one R. Kelly.
What the fuck?
So R. Kelly has got all the money from that video. He's gonna need it. He's fighting for his life, man.
I'm fighting for my life.
Listen to me, Robert, if I can call you Robert, I hope it gets you at least, a plea bargain or something. So yeah, R. Kelly owns the rights to JonTron's Buying Dumb Things Online. This system, in my opinion, is fucking terrible. It's always been terrible, but it's getting more terrible by the day. But Jesus Christ, I mean, YouTube, if you want to destroy your platform, this is the first step.
It's not just that, right? I'll upload certain reaction videos on certain videos, right? And I don't know, I've gotten blocked to certain countries. I don't know why it's with the music, right? Only music has that power. When the YouTube detects certain music, it blocks certain countries for whatever reason. Like I saw, it's sold in Canada, and I guess Germany, and some 3 or 4 countries, some from Canada, not United States, not any other major other European countries, only 3 or 4 countries. That's where this this video can be shown. And I checked it. Why? It's because YouTube thought that it was a song that I used in the reaction video, right, from some place which wasn't even from that, right? It was one of the older songs, right, which entered the, you know, whatever they call entered public, like you can use these songs, nobody owns the right to, right? And people even commented down like, why you know, muting this song out? This song is copyright free, it's an old song that the person used. I'm like, hey, YouTube doesn't know that. Yeah, YouTube blocked the video. So I don't know what to think of that, right? I mean, and like John said, I don't try to dispute that, right? Okay, I'm making a reaction video, and the song used is a, you know, I guess, you know, public song now. It's very old. It's public song. You can't, you know, like something like Baythorn or something. I don't know what that was, but it's a public thing now, right? Nobody owns a copyright. I didn't try to do that because, like, you know, John said, if I try, then there's a problem. They might strike my channel or whatever. So I'm like, fuck it. I just muted it. Like the hand is moving, but he's not. All right. Yeah, this was basically this was a Q&A type of video, somewhat Q&A and somewhat what he thinks about YouTube and things. But yeah, damn, Notre Dame thing, that is still funny to me, that I didn't realize when I, you know, watched the video, like he make the joke when Notre Dame caught fire. That's what are the chances, man? Damn, what? Alright, well, that was a Fireside Chat with JonTron. Yeah, every video he made since this from 2019 was fucking awesome. Every video he nowadays makes are incredible, right? He tackles a topic. Recently made that exorcism video, right? Exorcism, and then he uploaded a new one a week after that, which was also incredible. In just less than a week, this watching the most disliked video. I like this, I like this type of video, even what he did here. Right, just see something and give your opinion on it. It's fucking awesome. He should do more of this, right? I get it, all this Kid Nation thing, then the exorcism that he's reviewing some kind of a DVD or something, some TV show, something that takes time, right? You have to do a lot of things, but you could just, start the internet, take a topic, I guess, go over that for a week or something, like what we are going to talk about, and just make a video based on that. You could do that more, like how internet students do in the field type of thing. Alright, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the reaction, there's a link in the description, check out the cards, and yeah, I'll see you next time.